40 miles away in Surrey, former model and actress Jenny Rainbird has been looking for a swap for 2 years. It costs £105 per week for this pretty one-bedroom flat with a garden in the lovely market town of Epsom. But she wants somewhere bigger and closer to London. Jenny's lived in social housing for 17 years.
Mummy and I and my daughter, who is then a little girl, we lived in a lovely rented house, bungalow, but it was gorgeous, huge, in Wendover in Buckinghamshire. And Mummy was very ill there. She had to go into Stoke Mandeville Hospital, where she died in 1997. And I couldn't pay the rent. And that's how I got my first council flat. I stayed there for 10 years. I had a huge garden, my little girl, my Springer Spaniel, and we got by somehow with a little help from social services and benefits.
Jenny swapped a 2-bedroom property for this flat and has spent the last few years making it feel like home.
When I came in here, the walls were grey. There was something ghastly in the hall. It was a nightmare. It looked like a prison. So I had to spend what little savings I had and get stuck in and make it pretty. Come in, Lou. This is exciting. That is adorable. Ta-da! Elizabeth, Betty, Hugh, worked with him. And then there's, of course, lovely James Dean and Elizabeth Taylor.
But despite advertising her flat on a home-swapping website, her pink palace has had just 1 viewing in 2 whole years.
Is it the pink that's putting people off?
Pink? No. I've always liked pink. It's cheerful. You can't be down. And if you don't feel well, if one doesn't feel well, it reflects a pretty colour on the face so you don't look quite so haggard or ill or as though one died and was dug up recently.
Unlike most single swappers these days, Jenny actually wants to upsize, not downsize.
I want a 2-bedroom flat. OK, I don't have a child anymore, but I do have relatives who would like to come and visit me.